So the question came to understand this, what is transcendental truth, what is immanent truth of the spirituality of Ashtavakra Gita in Samhita, Ashtavakra, and as it is explained by Ashtavakra and followed up by Shankaracharya, that this whole world, there is only one thing is the truth. And that one thing, Advaita meaning one alone is the truth, not two. Whereas in the Paramahansa Ramakrishna's explanation, the God incarnate, so was Ashtavakra, so is Ramakrishna Paramahansa. He is saying that transcendental truth and immanent truth. What does Swami Vivekananda, disciple of Paramahansa Ramakrishna, he says in Advaita Vedanta, we follow, worship our supreme reality, whether God, universe, this called the nature, or called the Brahman, any name, we follow transcendental and immanent, both together. Ashtavakra said, and Shankaracharya says, that only one alone exists. Everything else is a dream, not real. Whereas Paramahansa Ramakrishna and Vivekananda goes and said, we worship through transcendental, which means what? It is beyond this universe, the galaxy, and beyond this earth, the world, and in which comes in a problem. That means God stops where the universe begins, and transcendental is away from the universe. That means universe is separate and transcendental is separate. Now that means it's actually our understanding may make a mistake, and because of which in yogi says, if the TV is disturbing you, switch it off. Some picture show is disturbing you, don't look at it, close your eyes. Advaita Vedanta says, just now it is just a show. So in the transcendental and immanent, Paramahansa Ramakrishna Vivekananda is explaining to us that transcendental and immanent, in which universe and God or Brahman, they're not separate. It is through you experience the Brahman, God, who am I am that, through what? Experiencing through the transcendental and through the immanent, meaning beyond the universe, but through the universe also. The moment through the universe, you see God in everyone, you see God in everything. Now transcendent and immanent, both of them, how can that be? An example would help. Think, it is called that the universe is a dream as per Advaita Vedanta. So let us say I am dreaming. Now, I am in the dream world. What is real here? Real is the dreamer. I as the dreamer is the real. And when I wake up, I say, oh, that was only a dream. Meaning what? Whether it was a dinosaur chasing me, or a lion, or it was I won a lottery ticket, I just say, I feel sad if it was a lottery I won. I feel happy if it was a lion chasing me. It was only a dream, but I summarize it was only a dream. Now, that which, if you ask, where is the dreamer and where is the dream world? Is the dreamer inside this dream world or is it outside? You will say, no, no, no. Dream world is dream world. A dreamer is just witnessing it. True. but it means dreamer and the dream world. This is called transcendental. Dream world is separate, dreamer is separate. But dreamer, now think for a second, is transcendental, true. Away from the dream world, true. But dreamer is also immanent in the dream. He is also experiencing his own body, he is talking to people. But just think, he is experiencing immanent, that is through the world, through the universe, through the dream world, or in our reality world, through the world, but also transcendental. So both immanent and transcendental in the dream world, in which dreamer exists in both. And now if you say, but it was only a dream world, then the question will come to your mind to understand Advaita Vedanta. Then what is transcendental and what is immanent? Only truth is the dreamer. And it is true. Dreamer alone is the truth, because it is the dreamer's mind alone conjured everything. Like what? Supposing I saw my friend and in the dream, and in the morning when I wake up and I meet him in the office and I say, I saw you in the dream. He will just smile, no? Is it how? You say, I saw in the dream the beautiful blue sky in Californian redwood oak tree and beautiful ocean. And he will say, that was only a dream. Meaning what? That you did not see really the Californian redwood. It was your mind which is imaginative. Imagining that you saw that person of the office in your dream. If you tell them I saw you, they will laugh at it. So, what is that now? This is transcendental, this is immanent. Apparently sounds a little confusing now. So this is why in this world of spirituality, understanding the Vedanta, it is not intellectual. It is not memory. It is not understanding. It is not ego. Mind, memory, intellect, ego. Four things. Mano, buddhi, chitta, ahankar. These four things are the mind. So who is this I? When you say, who am I? You say me, this is body. The moment I put myself with a name and a form and a function and a role I play, father, mother, friend, husband, wife, I put myself a name, body, form. I myself separate myself with the rest of the world, rest of the people. But in the Advaita Vedanta, you realize that you are not just a wave. Neither are you when you are calm wave, neither are you just an ocean. Calm wave, when there is no wave, it becomes the ocean, isn't it? When the ocean is turbulent, it becomes a wave. Calm ocean, wave and the ocean is one. That is your initial part of the spiritual practice, that you start to begin to realize we are not separate. But in the Advaita Vedanta, you transcend that too. And you say, no, I'm neither wave, neither ocean, I'm water. The moment you say, I am water, you, the bubble, the froth, the water spray, the wave, the ocean, the cloud, the rain, the waterfall, the rain, the river, everything is one reality called water. Now what happens? You consider everybody else as one. You consider everybody else in this real world as one. How? All of us are one consciousness. Separate name, separate body, separate form, separate gender, man, woman, etc. But that's only name, form, body, function. But the true you and I, in which the who am I is the supreme consciousness reflecting, remember our early example, through the consciousness, through the mind, through the brain, through the five senses, empowering by the consciousness, you experience the world. And the moment I'm unconscious, I'm coma, I'm being injected for operation in the ruin, lying in the OT. My world is vanished. What is vanished? Consciousness is brought to minimal, not totally cut off. If it is cut off, you and I are dead. Are you beginning to understand? Now, over here, the realized masters are the ones who realize I am the water. Jesus Christ, Buddha, Paramahamsa Ramakrishna, Vivekananda, they say, I know who I am. So the Jim Holt, a very famous journalist, New York bestseller time, he went and asked all kind of spiritual leaders, philosophers, scientists, everybody else, journalists, why does the world exist? And in this journey, is this transcendental and eminent Ashtavakra and Paramahamsa Ramakrishna. In punchline, Ashtavakra says, which Shankaracharya goes ahead and says, there is no guru, there is no self, there is nothing exists except one Brahman, which in turn plays the role through you and I as a consciousness alone is the truth. Whereas Paramahamsa Ramakrishna says, it is true that Brahman is the truth, but Shankaracharya says, Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithya. Not true. Paramahamsa Ramakrishna, Vivekananda says, Brahma Satyam Jagat Satyam. How Jagat Satyam? Shankaracharya is Paramahamsa Ramakrishna's guru. His disciple, Shankaracharya's disciple was Totapuri, whose disciple is Paramahamsa Ramakrishna. But he says, wait, you're experiencing this world alone. So now how does the realized master here work and behave? In which I would like you to take on that beautiful story which a famous write-up of the explanation of the first president of Ramakrishna Mission, Brahmananda. He goes there and explains this, and it was written down by the 11th president that this particular story. 3 people walking down the field, and they find suddenly a huge wall separating their part of the world to the other side of the world. What is on the other side of the world? They don't know. So naturally human beings, they got very... These are the 3 enlightened masters. I'm giving you a simple story format, understanding. How to understand why does this world exist for you and me. So one person, after a help with the other 2, climb up on top of the huge wall. And the moment he went up, he saw on the other side, he started dancing, wah, 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 and he jumped into the other side without telling these other 2 what he saw. The other 2 looking at each other, what did he see? The second one also made a lot of effort with the third one's help, climbed up on top. As he saw on the other side, he also said wah, 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 and great merriment, he jumped on the other side without telling the third one. Both went on to the other side. Third one is now isolated alone. Third one said, what are they seeing? So he made lots of effort, and after a lot of difficulty climbed on top. And he saw beautiful, fun, fair mela of jugglers and stalls and such fun. And he was about to jump in, and then he did not. He said, what happens to these poor, my deprived, my village friends? They don't know what is happening on the other side of the world. Let me come down towards this side where he came in from. I must go and tell them. All 3 are realized masters. The first one dives into the other side, meaning goes on to the mountain, Himalayan caves, and goes on to Samadhi and enjoys always in that Samadhi state, enjoying all by himself. The other one sees this reality world. The first one immerses himself, and his world is only that Brahma Satyam, Jagat Mithya, he stays with the Brahman. Understanding, no? Second one, what he does, he once in a while comes out of that beautiful state of Samadhi, and he comes out and he sees the world. Wah, wah, what sound, how beautiful the world, and again goes back to the cave. Little transaction with the world outside and goes back to the cave. Goes back inside his. And he is neither sharing with everyone. But the third one, he says, my poor deprived people of the world, they must know. So what does he do? He, with his power, makes a little hole in the world, in that wall. And he makes this side of the world people, make them see through the hole what fun going on to the other side. And slowly, with combined effort and with purity, with truth and with ethical manifestation, meaning living purity, pure life, helping other people, he makes the hole bigger and bigger. First, he himself goes to the other side, goes through the hole, stays for a short while, comes back, helps others to go to the other side. They also attain that beautiful funfair and comes back. They live this side as well as that side. Help this side people who are poor, downtrodden, deprived. Now has the fun of the supreme reality. And this is where why does the world exist is now Brahma Satyam, Jagat Satya. Jagat is also Satya, this side of the world. After all, we are living in this world. We have to live the role of the father, mother, husband, wife, boys, girls, official, president. Continue to play the role. It is 100%. Whatever role you play, with ethical manifestation, no telling lies and living a life with purity and giving our 100%, but without selfish interest. What am I going to get from it? Working for the people to help them. And that is another beautiful word. Vivekananda is saying, those who for the help to attain Brahman, to attain God, run off to the mountains and live in the cave and just spend their life in meditation and thinking I'm going to reach God, they have missed the boat. They have missed the journey, missed the meaning. He said, and those who plunge in headlong in the samsara with their name, form, function, my wife, my husband, my children, my money, my property, my car, my bank account, and me, mine and myself, they too have missed the boat. Now what does Vivekananda mean? If I run up to the mountain Himalaya, try to search for God, I have missed the boat. And if I plunge in headlong into the family in samsara and corporate world, I missed the boat. No. He says, defy the world. In other words, divinize this world. In this world that you're living, live in this world with the role of the husband, wife, father, mother, boy, girl, professional, young enthusiast, but always work, live for the other people. And now, nobody is away from you. You have attained the Brahma Sattvam, that Brahma Sattvam. You attained the knowledge. Now what do? You know it. Not understanding intellectually. What I started in the beginning of today's talk. Not intellectual understanding. I know that that is Brahman. I am also Brahman. So is my wife. So is my husband. So is my father. So is my children. So is the dog. So is the plant. So is this table. Consciousness belongs everywhere, everything. And the moment you and I start to get connected to that consciousness, and I know I am one with the Brahman. You know what? Taittiriya Upanishad goes ahead and says, all your wishes right in the beginning of the journey of getting oneness with Brahman will come instantly true. Whatever you wish, whatever you dream will happen to you. All you have to do is think of it. And people like you and me will say, let's have some of that Brahman. Isn't it? Come on, let's take up the journey. Mandakya, Ashtavakra, and the immanent world, the transcendental world, and this is called ontological. Ontology, epistemology, and axiology. Ontology, these are the three phases of the philosophy. Ontology means reality of being. What's true? What's true? You are true, and so is this world, and you and world are not separate. You are that light, the sun's light, the light of the consciousness. Jyoti Jyoti, Sat Prabha. I am glowing with the light. In your meditation, you will experience it. Come, have fun with the journey. Enjoy this beautiful world. The world is not meant to separate you or make you suffer. It is not going to make you suffer. It is for you to know it. Not understand, not intellectually take the journey, but know it. Welcome.